Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJRozayYT is back in the building. Welcome back to the channel, live and direct, live in effect. Make sure you subscribe to find out what's next. We are here. All right. So, today is the day that 2K gave us more news about 2K22. And this time, it's a gameplay update. So, we're going to figure out what's new. We're going to figure out what's old. You already know what it is. I did a video for week 1 of what they gave us in terms of news. They gave us news about the W Online, also news about seasons that they are bringing in for my career. So if you want to check that out, the link will be... I'll put the link in the description, as well as I'll put it at the end of the video if you're here for this long, because based on what it says here, the estimated read time is 12 minutes. So this might be a long video. I'm going to try to find the best things to talk about. And yeah, because I ain't reading this whole damn thing. I can say that right now. All right. So yesterday, 2K actually released the trailer for 2K22. It looked pretty much like it does every year. So nothing really changed, nothing really different. I probably saw a new layup package in there, maybe. I think I saw something like a new dunk in there somewhere. Other than that, I really didn't give it much of thought like other people do. Like, I don't know how somebody could give you a 9-minute video on a 1-minute video, but it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, we in it. All right. Hello, 2K fans. It's that time of year where we get to unpack all of the exciting gameplay enhancements and new features coming your way with NBA 2K22. The first year developing on new consoles always brings new challenges, such as major code rewrites, new technical hurdles, and systems getting rebuilt. With all that behind us, the gameplay team was laser focused on one goal with NBA 2K22, making a great gameplay experience. Okay. We had an ambitious feature list that we wanted to tackle this year. Faster paced gameplay, tighter and more responsive movement, more skill-based offense, and big changes to the player builder. All of which we're going to tackle in today's blog. We also made a strong push to ensure that we were delivering the same quality gameplay upgrades on both current and new gen systems. So no matter which version you choose to go with this year, you're going to get a brand new experience. But the one major focus for the team that we wanted to be priority one was defense. So let's get started. Yeah, defense actually was a little bit of an issue last year in 2K22, I ain't gonna lie to you. From the fact that you could be so close to somebody, but the coverage of how close you were was so weird. It was like, I can be like, the shooter could be right here, and I could be like right here, right? Look how close this is. And it would say it was 3% covered. I'm like, my nigga, how? Like, look how close it is. How is it 3% covered? And then some people would make the shot, green it, whatever the case is, and it's a weird thing. So let's see what they tackled. All right, so defense. The primary goal for defense was to give gamers the tools to be able to really change the outcome of the game on the floor and at the rim. If you were a great perimeter defender who anticipated well, we wanted you to be able to clamp up the dribbler and force a pass. If you were a rim protector, we wanted to give you the ability to send away weak shot attempts at will. Our engineers were determined to achieve those goals, and we're extremely happy with the results. The shot contest and blocking systems were completely rebuilt, leading to several new snatch blocks and volleyball spikes that never happened before. So that pretty much means, I don't even like the way that sounds, truthfully. This also paved the way to reward basketball IQ much more in our shooting system. The shot contest rewrite removed the ghost contest. Okay. That many complained about, and I just talked about it too. And this year, being out of position or not getting a hand in the shooter's face will lead to some easy buckets for the offense. On the other hand, properly crowding shooters with good contests will result in plenty of bricks and air balls, as they should. We will see about that. Because legit, the only time I really ever see an air ball is if you don't time the basket right. And I do that a lot. There's times I shot an air ball. I shot the air ball because I didn't time it right, but I tried to pass out, but I could never pass out the shot, so it resulted in a air ball and a very late shot. So if you telling me if we're actually as close as we should be to the defender where we could stop the shot from happening or going in, and it's going to result in a brick or air ball, we'll see. We'll see about that. It sound good. It sound good. For floor defenders, body up rides and bumps. What? body up rides and bumps. Okay. Feel more rewarding as the motion team has dramatically improved the feel of on-ball defense movement. Unwanted bump steals and snatchy body ups have been reduced in favor of giving both the ball handler and the on-ball defender more freedom of movement and respected input. Shifts, launches, stops, and cuts all feel much tighter. And with even more new-gen foot planting improvements, you'll see a lot less sliding on both ends of the floor. So pretty much the clamp badge should work this year because it's crazy how somebody can legit blow past you while you're dead in front of them. So if you're telling me that you improve that aspect, I will see. Because that's another problem I had. I was always in front. Mind you, I have Clamps Hall of Fame. Where are you going? You know what I'm saying? Where are you going? What are you doing? What are you thinking about? You know what I'm saying? So for it to be fixed in a sense, I hope it is. But we'll see. Steals also received an upgrade with a greater emphasis placed on the steal attribute. Low-rated stealers get sluggish animations that punish them when they reach, while high-rated stealers with good timing and opportunity will be able to pick pockets at a much higher rate. Also, be prepared to see more layup/dunk strips from high-rated stealers when slashers try to force their way into the rim in a crowd. That's big. Okay, that's huge. Because legit, we all had this problem where we could legit just stand there, right? And a dude and a big center, mind you, not many centers or pretty much no center at all really has the ability to steal the ball from you. So with their low rating, they would legit steal the ball like they have 99 defense, right? So they're telling me now what they just said. If you have a low rating in the steals attribute, you're not going to be able to steal the ball really. Either that or you're going to be slow trying to take it. Versus if you're high in steal, like 90 plus, I guess, then you'll be able to steal that ball with no issue, no problem. And layup and dunks will have strips more because of that. So, okay. We'll see. Again, we'll see. I honestly rather them have gameplay to show this rather than anything, but they probably, well, I don't know. But, hey, listen, all right, cool. Okay, great defense may not always be featured in real-life highlights, but all of these improvements are what I'm most excited for about NBA 2K22. They lead to much more balanced on-court battles and make the game much more fun to play. Okay, now, defensive AI. That was another big thing for me. The AI played no defense, especially in the rec. Yo, they play no defense in the rec, but let's see. Defense was also a major focus on the new gen AI front. Dazar, our resident X and O's expert, and the AI team wanted to create a strong foundation to build on for many years to come. A lot of legacy issues were addressed through complete and throughout rewrites of almost all the major defensive systems in the game. New on-ball defensive positioning logic gives defenders more consistency in their positioning regardless of their distance from the basket. This enables a much less jittery defender who knows where they want to be in all phases of defensive positioning. This, along with motion improvement, allowed us to tighten up general defensive positioning, which means gamers will feel more defensive pressure on ball than was present in last year's game. I don't think it was more, because a lot of times the defenders, when you play my career, they would defend you, bro. They would defend you. And it's crazy. They would get up close. They would defend you. You really almost didn't have no way to to get to where you need to be. In a my career standpoint, I'm talking about rec standpoint. I'm talking about that. Like, are they gonna actually defend these shooters because they give them too much space to shoot the three? Are they gonna be in front of them? That's my problem. And the other part about it is you give us AIs to begin with. So are they gonna be better, improved defensively? That's what I want. I almost say damn what they do for my career in terms of that, because I think that my career, they defend pretty well a little bit. Like, if you don't really have defense, then that shows. But I guess we'll see. Where am I at? Oh, here we go. Brand new hedge defender logic and behaviors give the catch hedge defender a specific focus for how they react to the ball handler. In the past, the hedge defender, I don't care about that. Move along. This year marks the most significant update to the fundamental defensive rotations we have ever done. We now have the ability to have both single and double rotations to take away the first or second passing lanes once help the defense is triggered. This creates more opportunity for a second or third pass to find the open shooter. We also gave our AI the ability to anticipate certain play actions like floppy or downscreen actions. When the AI properly detects these situations, the off-ball defender can now go into what we call chase behavior. This helps AI defenders take the proper route around screens to put themselves in a better position to navigate and avoid screen contact. This helps with the overall flow and spacing of both sides of the ball. Lastly, we also added a brand new cutter help defensive system. This system helps to fill in defensive gaps and send help anytime a player has a clear path to the rim. This system can pick up that cutter and send a rotation defender to cover the helper when possible. When I tell you in my team I have an issue, or probably in play now, I would have an issue where I feel like I got the right defense on because they're not really doing anything. But for some reason, every single time I turn my head, that paint is always open. And the funny thing is, either the center, the power forward, whoever's in the paint is not guarding anybody. They're just standing there. So hopefully they fix that where the person's going to turn around and actually defend, or make sure that the passing lane, make sure that the straight to the rim is cut. So if you tell me you fix that, okay. This is sounding good to me. This is sounding good. It sound good, but we still got a lot more to go. All right, dribbling. Offense will obviously never be neglected in any 2K basketball game, and I'm thrilled with our offering for NBA 2K22. Dribbling is something I personally spent a lot of time working on and am extremely passionate about, and can say without a doubt that playmakers are going to have a field day with this year's game. The 1-to-1 basic size-ups have been removed and replaced with 1v1 signature size-ups. But what exactly does that mean? Flickering the pro stick in various directions last year gave you fairly generic-looking size-ups, while holding up on the stick gave you a nice-looking mo-capped dribble series. This year, the goal was to marry the two together and give each player a unique feel and rhythm when sizing up, while also giving the gamer complete control over how the series played out. KD's big hezzy crosses, Harden's around through the legs move, Steph's quick machine gun crosses, and Luka's methodical rock back and forth dribbles are all now under the gamer's direct control rather than a present movie. The speed stick that we introduced on new gen last year also returns. So flicking the stick quickly results in quicker dribbles, while slower flicks give you more rhythmic ones. There are around 50 unique signature size-up packages to choose from, each with its own distinct advantages. Make sure to give all of them a try to find out which ones best suit the rhythm of how you like to play. Additionally, you can equip one of 32 unique dribble sequences, which I dubbed signature combos as well. These are quick 3 or 4 second dribble combos that you can trigger by simply holding sprint and flickering the pro stick up. Mixing the signature size-ups and signature combos together give you a limitless variation of how you want to break down your defender. There are tons of other new combos, cancels, and move chains you can pull off this year. Drag, dribble, hezzies, and spin step backs excuse me, being my personal favorite. But I'm not going to go into detail on each of these right now to save you the reading a novel on dribbling. In a nutshell, quickly sending multiple pro stick commands and or attempting to move in various directions with the left stick just after performing a dribble move will open up a world of new combos that will stifle even the best defenders. And they keep talking about dribbles. I don't really care about dribbles. I don't really care about dribbles. I'm still trying to learn how to dribble, really. I'm all right. You know, I'm not saying I'm the best dribbler ever, but I'm all right. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? But to be honest, I mean, I don't know if that's in response to the new defense that they put up, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see. Again, I'm not really much of a dribbler. I don't really care much for it, so it is what it is. They got post play. Do I care about post play? I don't really care about post play. If you wanna read about post play, I'll put the link in the description. You can read this yourself. Shooting. Yes, here we go. Shooting. Shooting has undergone many changes from NBA 2K22. There's a new shot meter with a dynamically resizing make window. See, here's the problem with that. We all learned, majority of us learned that we can shoot better without the meter. So how is fixing that, or how is giving that any different than without it? So, okay. This window will expand when you're taking high quality shots with good shooters, but will shrink when heavily contested shooting with a low rate of shooter or fatigued. Wasn't it always like that? If you always contested, doesn't the shot meter go down? Like, doesn't the little box that you have right there, doesn't it shrink if you're contested? So it's always been like that, right? Major emphasis for shooting success this year is shot IQ. The teams that work for open looks and take smart shots are going to see much more success than the teams that force up bad shots. It sounds elementary, but it's something we really keyed on this year, as taking quality shots was more or less overshadowed by ratings and skill sticks. That is so true. Joe, that is so true. If you can time it perfect, if you can time it, you make it. If you time it, you make it, right? So now they're basically saying, if you can take a well quality shot, then boom, you make it. Okay. But if you take I guess if you take something like a 20-something% covered or a 30% covered, then your likelihood will be you won't make it, or you won't green it. All right. Let's see. Shot timing still plays a major role in skill gap, and yes, you still get an additional boost for turning the meter off. So what was the point of? So you still get an additional boost for turning the meter off, but you all right. All right. But will only take you so far if you're taking bad shots. We've heavily focused group tested the new shooting mechanics with players of all skill levels and believe this is the best. It's the best that shooting has ever felt in NBA 2K. Legit, the only time shooting ever felt great was the old games, because you can legit make anything anywhere. But what was the best time shooting was? I think probably the best time for me would probably been 2K17. That was probably the best time I really ever had shooting. Was it? Probably. Maybe. Because 2K16 is the time I really went online. I was online 2K12 to 2K12, 2K15, but that was more for play online. That was just for me. 2K16 is where I actually took it to a point where I actually went against other people and played with other people. So I guess 2K17 is probably the only time, even though my build was trash and I only had playmaking, and playmaking was only built for passing and dribbling. It has nothing to do with shooting. So we'll see how that goes. Finishing. We also made a strong push to get more of a skill gap into finishing at the rim. As beautiful as our motion capture dunks are, it was a shame that once you saw one fire off, you basically knew it was an automatic 2 points. It was a shame that once you saw one fire... Oh, sorry, I read that differently. You basically knew it was automatic 2 points. With the revamped blocking system, we now giving rim protectors more tools to make great stops at the rim. On top of that, on next gen, we've added timing meters on both alley-oops and aggressive skill dunk attempts. When the alley passes in the air, you'll need to press the shot button at just the right time to finish off the oop, which is what it usually is. That's why every time a oop came, I always held the turbo with the square button, because if you don't hold it, then you're gonna lay up the alley. If you hold it, you'll dunk it. That's how it always was. So I don't know what they're talking about. If you're too early or late, you'll either smoke the finish or miss the catch completely. Side note, you can force bounce pass alleys this year. Oh, so you telling me if you don't time the press correctly, you'll miss it? Jesus, they timing alley-oops now? Like, we're timing alley-oops now. Jesus Christ. And on the dunking side, holding sprint and pulling straight down on the pro stick will trigger the aggressive skill dunk. When you have a defender standing underneath the rim, using the aggressive skill dunk meter will let you basically force a dunk attempt on demand, as long as you have a strong dunker and you have a bit of a runaway. It's tough to hit the perfect timing for these high-risk, high-reward plays, but it's so far gravitating when you pull it off. So if you had somebody like, I guess, Zion at this point, Zion's probably one of the stronger dunkers in the game. If you had somebody like that, you're more likely to get a dunk attempt. You know what? I appreciate that, because when you listen, you would get fat. You either would get hit while doing the dunk, bro. Like, I could do like a windmill, like that. But if I get hit, I'm doing this. I'm laying the shit up. Like, bro, what the hell is that? How did that happen? What reality does that happen, bro? That's crazy. So if you have a strong dunker, if your dunk is at like a 95 to like 99, and then you do the skill dunk, then I guess you're more likely to actually do it, which is cool. All right. We also added dunk celebrations into the game this year that work very similarly to the green release jump shot landing celebrations. Not only can you throw down some nasty dunks in traffic with the new feature, you can also equip your signature dance to show off a little bit afterwards. Okay. And the last thing I want to mention about dunks in NBA 2K22, you'll now have the ability to completely customize your dunk repertoire with an all-new dunk style creator. This is a great feature that allows you to have detailed control over the exact style of your dunk packages and lets you equip more dunks on your player than ever before. I think you could equip, for dunk packages, I think you could have equipped, up to what? Like 20? More than that? So you can apply more? But it says dunk style creator, so I guess I have to see that to know it. All right, player builds. Yes. I want to give us new badges too. Okay. Here we go. All right, player builds is another hot topic when it comes to 2K and NBA 2K21. We debuted a brand new player builder on next gen that allowed you to set up your attribute caps however you saw fit. As with any new big developments, there are always growing pains. We've made a lot of adjustments to the system to create more balanced builds and give incentives for creating all different types of players. Smalls will see distinct advantages over bigs and vice versa. So expect to see a lot more variety when you hit the virtual streets of the city this year. I hope I do, because I just saw pretty much, I think we all were power forwards this year, so last year. So hopefully some variety. Hopefully I can be a PG again. I miss being a point guard, man. I miss it. The amount of badge points at your disposal has been increased significantly, giving you more options on how you badge out your my player. The new detail builder screen makes it much easier for gamers to identify the available badges, the cost of each tier, and the attribute threshold required to hit each tier. You can also see how those numbers change in real time as you adjust your attribute caps. Another cool addition is the ability to create badge loadouts. These allow you to quickly and easily toggle what badges you have equipped based on how you're playing on a given day, or even based on the matchup stepping up to the got next spots. So, well, couldn't you do that anyway? Actually, no. I think you had to. In 2K20, you couldn't change anything until your whole until all your badges were maxed out. Not all your badges were maxed out, but that one section was maxed out. And then you could change whatever you wanted to. In 2K21, I think you could have, well, for next gen, I know you could change it whenever you wanted to before. I think you could change it anytime you wanted to before you got maxed out. So they switched that. So oh, okay. So because I remember, okay, so if you're on the got next spot, I remember you're on a got next spot, you couldn't change anything. The only thing you could really change is your clothes, I believe. And I think you can add a couple things. So I guess on the got next spot, you can change your badge layout from there. Okay. I guess it's a big thing. I don't know. I think as well you could have okay. I guess you can do other things. Okay. They have a couple new badges here. Okay, so here are the new badges you can play around with in NBA 2K22. Okay, fast twitch. The ability to get off the floor quicker for standing layups and dunks. So that's more for big men, which would be helpful for a big man for me. Grace under pressure. Ability to convert standing layups more effectively. That all depends on your build. Like if you like 6'3", that's not gonna help you. If you 6'3" under the basket and you got a center literally right there, that's not gonna help you. Limitless takeoff. Ability to soar from further away on driving dunk attempts. Oh, great. So we're gonna have people jumping off the free throw line? That's what you're telling me? So people who got this badge are gonna jump off from the free throw line? Oh my God. Okay. Oh God. Mouse in the house. Ability for bigs to finish over shorter players more effectively. I mean, you kind of could have did that, period, virtually. The only thing you really would have needed is the ability to finish. You could score over small people. You could have been did that. What? So I don't know what that badge is for. Unstrippable. The ability to secure the ball better when gathering for a layup or dunk in traffic. So they did that. So they brought that specifically to, along with the new defense where you could strip the ball when you're laying up and dunk. So that's pretty much what that's for. That's probably a batch you're gonna need. Chef. Ability to knock down Steph-like off dribble deep. Wow, so we got a badge specifically for Steph called Chef. Jesus. Oh boy, so we're gonna see a lot of people be like Steph Curry this year. Limitless spot up. Ability to hit logo range threes off a catch and shoot. You got a badge specifically for somebody to hit logo range threes off a catch and shoot? You could. Lucky number 7. Boost your ability to score when shooting early in the clock. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Mismatch expert. Ability to successfully shoot over taller defenders on a switch. That badge is going to be so annoying. That badge is going to be so annoying. Especially being a big man, that's going to be an annoying badge. Glue hands. The ability to make difficult catches and quicker branch out to a shot or dribble. They had glue hands. I think that was 2K20, wasn't it? They had glue hands. Was that glue hands? Was that 2K20? No, I think that was 2K19. It was one of these damn years where they had that badge, and that didn't do a damn thing. So now they brought it back and they revamped it per se. Okay. Hyperdrive. Boost the speed and effectiveness of moving dribble moves. Oh, that's gonna be annoying. If that's what I'm thinking it is, where you can move quick while dribbling the ball, or as you're doing dribble moves, And move. That's going to be. Ooh. Quick chain. Boost the ability to quickly chain dribble moves together. Okay. Post playmaker. Boost the effectiveness of both shots and moves while playing in the post. Okay. Triple threat juke. Increases the effectiveness of triple threat fakes, jabs, and goal moves. Okay. Ball strip. Ability to strip layup and dunk attempts more effectively. So now you have a badge for that specifically. So you have pickpocket and ball stripper. Yeah, you're going to be a beast. I'm assuming you're going to be a beast based on what they tell me. Hustler. Ability to get to those scrappy 50-50 balls quicker than opponents. They had Scrapper for that. They took out Scrapper because that badge was almost useless. Now they brought it back and revamped it. And Menace significantly drops the offensive ratings of opponents when you smother them. That's what Lockdown Defender used to do. That's actually what Lockdown Defender used to do. Because that had the ability where if you had that on, I think if you had that period, they would dumb down. They only dumbed down the badge. They didn't dumb down the rating. So that actually dumbs down the rating. So that's actually interesting. Okay. That brings our total badge count to 80, with a number of existing badges also getting some nice upgrades. There's a lot to choose from and many ways to improve the game, so the loadout feature is a welcome addition. Last but certainly not least, we ported all 80 badges to current gen, and massive upgrade for our fan base. So current gen gets all the badges that next gen had, pretty much. Okay. Because it was weird. It was weird playing like that. One final My Player upgrade I wanted to call out is a new gen exclusive called Takeover Perks. These are modifiers that you can unlock and equip to strengthen your existing takeover abilities. I'm not going to list them out because we want them to be a surprise, but it's a great upgrade to the takeover system that adds a layer of depth and strategy when you compete online. Okay. They had closing remarks. I ain't gonna read those because this video is long enough. All right, so based on what they're saying, the defense is upgraded, the shooting's better. You now have hopefully the ability to actually defend a shot is better. You can now you actually can strip layups and dunks more effectively. They added more badges. A couple of them don't make sense. A couple of them making another appearance and revamped. Things like that. So far, honestly, it sound good. But we'll see how it looks. I think it's more based on how it is presented. How it is presented, it sounds good. But we don't know how it's going to look. I wish they also came out with videos where they actually showed it in progress. Like, okay, let me show you how it is when you try to strip a pass, or not strip pass, or strip a layup, or strip a dunk, or let me show you how the AI is now playing the aggressive defense. I wish they had it like that where I can kind of see it and understand it, because based on what I'm hearing, it sounds good, but I don't know how it's going to look on paper. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. Listen, it sound good. It come out, listen, 2K22 come out next week. There's still a little bit of info they still got to give us. They got to give us my career info. And I think they're supposed to come out with some my team this year, today, too. So, we'll see about that. Yeah. So, all right, guys. It's been Rose, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. As always, long video today, but there was a lot of information we had to get through. So, you already know what it is. So, until next time, peace, love, 100. Yeah.